Welcome back, everyone, to Giants franchise. We are ready to go against the Denver Broncos, who are 3-2. I do want to get the sliders out of the way. I did update them once again. Excuse me, and I will get to what that was. So, of course, I'm pretty sure I updated the O line last time. I went ahead and did wide receiver catching down to 39, up or down from 40. And then the only other updates I made was the pass defense reaction time down to 49, down from I think 51, and then the pass coverage down to 47 from I'm assuming it was 48. And then for the CPU, I went ahead and did the only thing I updated was the defense, which was I upped them to 49 on both sides of the reaction time and the pass coverage. And then for injuries, I'm pretty sure I've already stated this, but I went back to 30. I think that I might have to update the fatigue as well, just because I'm still having players on the other save file get injured. Literally, they'll get injured for 3 weeks, come back, get injured the game they came back in, and then they'll it'll just repeat. So they'll be injured, healthy for like a game. For literally they'll get injured the same game they return. So we're obviously that's not a good thing. We do have mock draft 1 ready to go. Really I'm just interested in our pick, which pretty sure our pick will be 32. It will be. They have us taking a right tackle. That's most likely not what's going to happen. However, if we are picking 32, that might actually be happening, just because obviously there's not going to be any flashy picks at the end of the first round that we could choose from. But I am looking to revamp the O-line like I mentioned last offseason. And then, of course, I'm looking to revamp the secondary, because the secondary is probably our most toughest, or I guess lackluster group as of right now. It looks like no one is injured. Excuse me again. And I think, oh yeah, so some players have upgrades. Looks like we'll see who they are. Daniel Bellinger will be the first. We would do vertical threat for him. He gets a good amount of upgrades. I wish the upgrades were that hefty for everyone else on the roster, but I guess tight ends have a bunch of they have double the responsibilities. They have to catch and block. Of course, Tracy has an upgrade. You guys remember, he is our player that has been showing out, and he has, so his route running, I mean, he's a running back, so he doesn't need that. I'd say he would need ball carrier vision, so I guess we'll just continue doing elusive back. Get him up there. Hopefully he continues to play well. And then DJ Davidson will be the last of the upgrades. We'll see what he looks to have. And I mean, it's just trash. We'll just do run stopper since he's a defensive tackle. We'll just keep hopefully help. Holy hell, he had 5 finesse moves. So his finesse moves goes to 65 from 60. Holy hell. What a spin of the wheel, I guess. But we are ready to go, and I'll see you guys in the matchup. Here live at MetLife, the 5-0 Giants versus the 3-2 Denver Broncos. We are wearing a bit of a throwback uniform. I do miss the gray pants. I'm not gonna lie, as a Giants fan. I feel like it was more, I guess, customizable in terms of your uniform or your kit that you would wear every Sunday with the gray pants. That's neither here nor there, though. First drive of the game. Actually, matter of fact, we are going to meet the team. I forgot to mention that. We didn't even look at Bo Nix's stats, so I do apologize for that. But Speaking of Bo Nix, he is the starting quarterback for the Denver Broncos. They did get Trey Lance, I'm going to assume, through free agency. And then they have Tyler Huntley at third stringer. They have Javonte Williams as their starting running back with Jaleel McLaughlin as their backup. And then Aldrick Estime as their third stringer with John Lovett as their fullback. At wide receiver, they have Cortland Sutton, Marvin Mims Jr., Josh Reynolds, Troy Franklin, and of course Chris Moore. And then they have Greg, I want to say is Dokic is injured, so he is out. So I think Adam Troutman will be the starting tight end, and he will be. And then I think he just got injured actually, because he was healthy before the game, so I think he just got injured. Sorry. And then they have Devontae Frazier as the third stringer rookie. At left tackle, they have Zach Tom. At left guard, they have Clyde Favors. At center, they have David Andrews. At right guard, they have Quinn Miners. I'm assuming that's how you say his last name. And then at right tackle, they have Mike McGlinchey. I am not showing the backups because most likely their O-line isn't going to get injured. And then at kicker, they have Jake Moody with punter J.K. Scott. So that is the offense. I'd say it's an average offense. As Brian Burns gets there for the sack, Bo Nix had no chance. But their offense is, I'd say, either average or below average. I think that it is a young team, and they have a long way to go in terms of trying to even compete for a playoff spot. Javonte Williams with a run for 5 yards, which is pretty decent after that sack. It is 3rd and 8. And they're going deep for Cortland Sutton, and it's almost picked off by Trey Hawkins. But here goes Daniel Jones out on the field. And we'll see his stats. So 10 touchdowns for 7 interceptions and 1,200 yards on the year so far. Jones still has that turnover problem, of course, as you guys know. Wish it was different. We do have Singletary starting. I think what I'm going to do is let Singletary get in the groove of things for the first half, and then we'll have Tracy start the second half. I do think Tracy has won that starting spot over Singletary, but I just want to see what we have with Singletary in the first half. So far, it is absolutely nothing because he is stuffed for a loss of 2 on 2nd down. And pretty much we're just going to have to go deep for it here on 3rd down. Singletary on the check down cannot catch it in stride. In his defense, I think it was thrown behind him. So we're going to have to punt. And we did not meet the Broncos defense, but we'll meet them after this punt. Starting with the Broncos defense, they have John Franklin Myers at defensive end for the left side of the field, with Camp Sample being his backup. At right end, they have Keith Whalen, the rookie, but I'm pretty sure he got injured this game. I don't think he was injured. I don't have that in my notes, I don't think. So, yeah, he was not injured in my notes. And then they have Zach Allen, I guess starting now since Whalen is injured. At defensive tackle, they have BJ Hill, and then Derek Noddy, I think that's how you say his last name, with Roderick Perry the second, and then Malcolm Roach as the 4th stringer on defensive tackle. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Malcolm Roach is not in the lineup for defensive end, so I'm pretty sure he is a nose tackle for them. But at left outside linebacker, they have Jonathan Cooper with Nick Bonito right behind him, and then at middle linebacker, they have Divine Diablo with Deion Jones, the veteran, and then Kerry Tulloch as the rookie, learning from those two. I'd say vets, but I think Divine Diablo is pretty young as far as I'm aware. And then Baron Browning as the right outside linebacker with Jonah Ellis as his backup. I think he is a second-year man. He is. And then Patrick Surtain as the starting cornerback, the face of that secondary with Chris Abrams-Drain. I think that's how you say that second part of that name, as the CB2. Riley Moss back there with Levi Wallace, and then Jaquan McMillan with Xavier Woods as the free safety starting, and then Terrell Burgess right behind him. At strong safety, they have Brandon Jones and J.L. Skinner, and that is the defense. Neither team could get anything going in their first drive. Bo Nix and the Broncos will go with a run on their first play on the second drive with Javonte Williams. It is 2nd and 7. And they go over the middle to Cortland Sutton. Savvy play by Bo Nix to not only extend the play, but also be patient enough to let Cortland Sutton develop the route. They do go with another run with Javonte Williams that gains 2. Pretty sure they wish they would have gained more, but 2 is all that Bobby Okereke will allow. As Brian Burns is in pursuit of Bo Nix, I thought Bo Nix was going to do what he did 2 plays before with the patience, as for some reason Isaiah Simmons stopped running the receiver's route. It is 3rd and 4 for the Broncos. He's pressured, but he recovers his own fumble that was forced out by, I think, it was Dante Fowler with the forced fumble. The hustle there by Dante Fowler to force that fumble out saves us probably from a score and a first down conversion by the Broncos. Jeremiah Webb can only get it back to the 23. I think I'm going to give, I don't know, I'm kind of being impatient, I'm not going to lie, but Singletary, I mean, he was out for some time, and Tracy has just been playing out of his mind so far. I mean, as you can see, Singletary still has it somewhat. So it's kind of, I mean, I hope you guys can understand how it's kind of difficult for me to make a decision. Singletary does have superstar. It's not like it was if Singletary had normal star and it was a decision based off of that. He does have superstar, could be a trade target. Tracy is in the game, so we'll see him for this run. I mean, Tracy immediately gets a first down on his first run with even more yardage after the first down gain. And I think Singletary might be seeing his starting job dwindling, but he's up at the up the middle for the score. That kind of left me speechless. Oh my God, I can't even talk. I was not expecting that by Singletary as he hits the Spider-Man pose. Singletary went up the field, found a hole, and immediately scores. So hang on a second with the starting job conversation, as he just shuts it down right there in one play. Looks like a run on first down, and it will be. But Dexter Lawrence is quickly there to shut it down. Another run to Javonte Williams. Couldn't find a hole. He ended up finding one eventually. I do want to speak a little bit on the sliders. Obviously, we are 5-0. I think that makes the series a little less entertaining, as that is the first half. As you can see, that forced fumble by Dante Fowler, who couldn't recover it. But 7-0 is your first quarter score. But back to the sliders. I do think that 5-0 is a little too much, at least for the team that we currently have. We don't have a QB, clearly. As it goes to Adam Troutman on the check down, who ends up getting the first down. But I updated these sliders just to make it a little more difficult, hopefully a little more realistic in terms of what the team currently is. As Micah McFadden gets back there for the sack on Bo Nix. Micah McFadden still making that argument for a second contract. he might end up getting one at the bye week, whenever that is. I haven't checked on that. But just to finish off that convo about the sliders, I do think that they are a little more realistic. I am starting to struggle a little bit on my other save file where I do have a crazy team built up. And so I do think that hopefully this is a healthy change for the sliders. As Bo Nix will look to scramble, and he does not get to the first down line. Does gain a little bit of yardage, but we will be getting this ball back via punt. Singletary will be back in the lineup for the second quarter. Singletary still cannot find the outside. I was going to say that Singletary still is fighting to keep his starting job, but I got interrupted by that poor running by him in terms of the outside, not being able to stiff arm that defender. As Theo Johnson does get the first down off of, what is the term? I actually forgot the term, but it looks like Joseph Grant is injured, the rookie, so he will go back into the locker room grabbing his wrist. Forward progress is the term I was looking for Theo Johnson. As Singletary gets a beautiful hole by the O-line, gets it down to the 44 of the Broncos. And Joseph Grant has broken ribs, so he is probably the 5th or 6th player to have that injury. I think it's at MetLife too that everyone got that injury. Not sure if that's to do with the turf. I highly doubt it, but yeah, that is not something I am happy about. As Theo Johnson over the top. Theo Johnson, we're going back to him, but it is overthrown by a mile by Daniel Jones. Jesus, man. We're going to go with a screen pass. And it looks like Singletary will be on the receiving end of the pass. Immediately thrown to Singletary. Does pick up the gain for the first down. We will continue our drive deep in Broncos territory. We are in the red zone. As Devin Cope lets that hit his forearm. Cannot catch it. Not sure what that was about. We will look to run it on second down. Singletary can't hit the hole. Kind of looking at Hyatt here. And we will go to Wandell. But Jones fumbles the football. I think it was forced out by Baron Browning. And picked up by him. So that is a superstar play by a superstar defender. And not a good look on Jones as he is struggling with turnovers so far in the season. But it is 2nd and 10. And it is play action pass by Bo Nix and the Broncos. He's going deep for Cortland Sutton, but it is denied by Tyler Newman. That is 3rd down again for the Broncos. And he is going to be sacked by Kayvon Thibodeau. Bo Nix seems to get pressured very easily. Either that or a nice run by a running back like Singletary had earlier would compete for my top 2 favorite things in the game. Tried going with Wandell there, but Jones for some reason overthrew that. The defender got a hand on it, so Jones kind of has some work to do on the throws. We do get it down to the 47 for 3rd and 1. That is the 2-minute warning. We're going to go quickly on the check down, which doesn't even get the first. We are going to do a QB sneak. There's no way I'm going to go out like that. This is almost guaranteed, so it should be a first down after this. Oh my God, it almost wasn't, but Daniel Jones sneaks in for the first. We will continue our drive. We aren't going to go hurry up just yet. Singletary open on the underneath on the Texas route. Nothing really got open on the play, unfortunately. I kind of forced that to Singletary, but Singletary does end up securing the catch. Singletary on the screen. Gets good blocks. Down to the... Oh, actually, there is a flag. And it is a hold on the offense. Theo Johnson committed the foul. So that will be coming back. I think we got down to the 30. I want to say with that play. So it would have been a nice play. And that is batted down by Deion Jones. There was nothing open. Kind of forced once again, but you could argue that is a slider change. Theo Johnson with the first. It is within a minute now, so we are going to go hurry up. Not going to call our first timeout just yet. Theo Johnson over the top. It is overthrown by Jones. The play calling so far by the coach is absolutely trash so far as well. It is pretty much the same play over and over again. We are going to call our first timeout with 40 seconds to go in the first half. Jones looking to get a score here, but ends up getting sacked. I was going to try and... Actually, I probably shouldn't have called that timeout, but I was going to try and scramble as nothing was open. Everyone was blanketed pretty much on the run or on the slant play. Blaine Boone with the kick, and that is going to go to the left and hit the upright. Bo Nix and the Broncos have 30 seconds with 2 timeouts to hopefully score a 3. And Bo Nix immediately throws this away as there is nothing open. I would argue there was probably something open over the middle had he just been a little bit more patient. I don't think he was even pressured on the play. 2nd and 10. He goes down to the check down. It looks like it slants. Nothing open. Bo Nix looks to scramble. He does not get the first. It is going to be 4th and inches. We are not going to call a timeout. And they actually will, so they will get it off in time to try a... And we'll call a timeout. It doesn't do anything, but just for the immersion. All right. Field goal attempt for the Broncos to get on the board. And the kick is no good. It is wide left. So that is your first half. It's going to be 7-0. What we are going to do is we are going to focus on the deep. We're actually going to focus on the blitz counter. Give Jones a little bit more time, hopefully. And then on the Broncos side of the ball, we are going to focus on the short pass. Tracy is back in the lineup. Like I said, as promised, we were going to play him in the second half. Not Singletary, Tracy up the middle for a big gain. And yeah, I think it's pretty much over for Singletary unless Tracy fumbles here or something. But I know that Singletary was our reason for our only points than the first. However, you could argue that the O-line obviously gave Singletary that beautiful blocking to allow that score. Tracy gets another set of downs for us. And as you can see, Tracy is unstoppable. I don't know why. I don't know what's different from Tracy or from Singletary to Tracy that Tracy just seems to get more yardage. Because it's the same O-line, of course. Nothing different. I'm going to switch this to the right. Can I? Yes, I can. Oh, and it's actually Singletary on the play. He goes up the middle. And Singletary is all of a sudden on 100 yards. I could always update the auto subs and have both of them, be that 1-2 punch at running back, which I probably will end up doing. Tracy does find a massive hole on the left side of the field. And we're going to keep running it as we are 4 minutes into the quarter. And Tracy is going to score. Touchdown, Tyrone Tracy Jr. And not only does Singletary have his touchdown, but now Tracy has his piece of the pie. And Tracy is eating good once again in his new home, being the end zone. Blaine Boone for the extra point. He did have his field goal miss, but the extra point is good. Bo Nix and the Broncos are in jeopardy of losing this game right now if they do not get something going. It is play action pass, and it is good to Marvin Mims on the play action pass. It was a pretty quick 1-2 play. It is another play action pass here. It looks like Bo Nix really likes his play action. He's going to scramble. Darius Musau is there for the tackle. It is 2nd and 8 for Bo Nix, going 5 wide. I'm sensing an interception, and it is a screen pass to Josh Reynolds that goes nowhere. I think he lost yardage, if anything. But here we go, 3rd and 8 for the Broncos. Bo Nix looks to scramble, but DJ Davidson is there for the sack. I know that it's, really boring to just see that. I think that we will start opening up the playbook, though, in the 4th quarter. Just because most likely we will be up by a lot at that point. But then again, Jones can't... you guys know Jones can't get it down the field. His throw power is, 88 or something? And updating his archetype to strong arm, it doesn't update it. So, there's not much I can do. But it is denied. The screen pass is denied by BJ Hill. So, actually, we will be punting this back to the Broncos. Every time I say something, I swear to God, it backfires and it goes the other way. So, Tracy could not actually find a hole that time. There is Musa with the hit stick. Hey, it is just it's a little hiccup for Tracy. No biggie. It is a screen pass to Javonte Williams here on 1st down as he fumbles the football. Tyler Newman forced that out. What an ugly turn of events that would have been for the Broncos, but they stay alive. As it goes over the middle, but Bobby Okereke is there with the user pick. Bo Nix tries getting it over. Bobby Okereke on the pass play. I think it was for... I want to say Cortland Sutton. And it was actually not. It was for Troy Franklin. But it looks like the Broncos are unfortunately still in a rut. Malik Neighbors open on the slant. Oh my God, he could have broken that had I not pressed stiff arm. I think that triggered the animation. But we are in prime position to score once again. Thankful to, of course, Bobby Okereke on the interception. What an ugly pass by Jones. I do not understand that. I guess Jones was pressured, but dude, I don't know how that's... It was a check down. Like, how is that so bad? Tracy on the run for a gain of, I think, 5. Beckham is in the lineup. We're going to give him a post route. Tracy on the Texas route cannot hang on. Drops the ball. I actually almost want to go for it. But it's kind of too late. I can't really do anything. I don't want to waste the timeout either. So, Blaine Boone is good for the 3-point conversion. And we raise our lead to 17. We'll see what the Broncos have been cooking up with that drive that we had. Hopefully it's another interception, and it almost is by Bobby Okereke once again. That was almost close. I think that was intended for Adam Troutman. 2nd and 10 for Bo Nix. It is over the middle for Marvin Mims, and he gets down to the 38. Beautiful play by Bo Nix and Marvin Mims to give a little bit of life to the Broncos. I mean, they're still in this game. They're not down by a lot. It is 17 points, but 2 touchdowns, and you're immediately right behind us. Looks like this will be a run. It is not. Bo Nix scrambling in the pocket, but he is sacked by, I think, DJ Davidson once again. DJ Davidson having a pretty good day with pressure and sacks. It is 2nd and 16. So their focus right now is just to get this to be a manageable third. And it's going to be a touchdown as Deonte Banks doesn't even jump for it or get a hand up there. It is a touchdown by Marvin Mims. And the Broncos are well within this game once again. We will look to block the extra point. Nothing comes to fruition. Extra point is good by the Broncos. Fourth quarter plan is to run this clock out. Tracy needs to find these holes that he's been finding all season long so far. He cannot find it there. Good interior pressure by the defensive tackle. And we are going to pass on 2nd down. Try to open up the defense a little bit. Neighbors does secure the catch. Goes down immediately. So Neighbors saves our butts there on 2nd down. Tracy with the run on the outside for a gain of 6. Continue pounding the ball with Tracy. Tracy on the inside immediately gets shed by BJ Hill. We're going to go with a screen pass to Singletary. And I mean, Jones is immediately pressured by Deion Jones. Jones on Jones action. But it'll be a punt, unfortunately. So we'll try to get this a little bit kind of a coffin corner punt. And it is an ugly punt. But it looks like to be a coffin corner punt. It is not within the 10, but it is at the 11, so the Broncos will have to go the whole length of the field, hopefully barring a huge play allowed by the secondary once again. It is a run to Javonte Williams for absolutely no gain. Bobby Okereke gets back there. Bobby Okereke continues to be that savvy captain on defense. It is over the middle for Adam Troutman. It is a pretty close game. Hopefully, thankfully to the sliders and not poor play by me. It is a check down to Javonte Williams. Bobby Okereke immediately there for the tackle. And it is the exact same play from the last down. Deonte Banks with a huge hit stick on Javonte Williams. And I think our defense is feeling the pressure just a little bit. The crowd trying to get into the game. Bo Nix looks to scramble, but he immediately throws it. Not sure how that wasn't intentional grounding. I guess Javonte Williams was in the vicinity of that throw. But, I mean, it was a throwaway, so he didn't have a chance at catching it. It is a screen pass to Javonte Williams. Actually, it wasn't. It's to Jaleel McLaughlin, who ends up getting the first, and now they are in hurry-up mode. They're going to the check down. Oh, Rubio there on the coverage on Troy Franklin, and they're going to continue this hurry-up. It is a throw over the middle, and it is fumbled by Troy Franklin. We don't know if it'll stand, as, I mean, he immediately caught it. I don't know if he turned into a runner. We will see. I think to be turned into a runner, you need 3 steps with the ball. 1, 2, and I mean, that's 2 steps. I'm not sure if that'll stand. Isaiah Simmons does force that out. He throws his entire body, and it looks like it's going to stand, and the Broncos aren't even going to challenge it. I mean, we're in perfect position to close this game out with a few runs, a few first downs. 2nd and 5. Tracy finds a hole in the middle, surprisingly. Looked that there was a wall, but somehow the right guard gets the defender to move, and that is a 2-minute warning. Switch it to the left, which is what I wanted. Tracy on the outside, gain of 7. That is actually a massive gain. We're going to go with an RPO, might run it with Jones. I will say Baron Browning is right there. And he doesn't bite, so that means Tracy will keep it. Tracy with a gain, I think, of 2 or 1. 3rd and 3. Tracy with the handoff, and he gets the first down. So this game looks to be over. Denver does call their 3rd and final timeout. And barring a fumble here, we probably are going to go away with a W in week 6 and go to 6-0. Tracy with the first down. He is well over 130 yards on the day. So both our running backs continue to be massive weapons for us. And continue to be the story and the identity of this team. Tracy with a gain of 6. Singletary immediately gets met by BJ Hill, the former Giant. But that will be the game for you guys. 17-7 will be your final here in New York. A beautiful game all around by both sides of the ball. Both our scores were by our running backs. And then also our turnovers by our, star linebackers. DJ Davidson had a day. As you can see, Jones didn't even eclipse 100 yards. We will look at the stats. Bo Nix, of course, tried helping his team with 200 yards, but those turnovers kind of costed them. Tracy with 100, Singletary with 100, and Javonte Williams with his, I mean, Bo Nix had more than Javonte Williams, so that'll tell you that. Receiving, looks like Javonte Williams, I was going to say it was the star of the day, but for some reason the game is not showing the top receiver for some reason. But that is going to go to Marvin Mims as he had that big play. And then Neighbors, of course, with the 41 yards for us. And then for defense, as you can see, the turnover by Bobby Okereke. And then for the forced fumble by Tyler Newman, I forgot about that. Zach Allen with the forced fumble. Dante Fowler with his forced fumble. And then Isaiah Simmons with his own forced fumble. So it was kind of a defensive game today. And then, of course, the scoring summary, as you guys could see, the Denver was quiet for the entire game except for the 4th, and we were quiet only in the 2nd and the 4th quarter. But the 4th quarter was pretty much a, shutdown type of a quarter. It was basically Broncos all or nothing game. So I'll see you guys back in the home menu. We are back, and it looks like Trey Hawkins somehow is the only one with a skill point. I guess he was already there I guess he was due for a skill point. We're just going to do zone since it's at 69. Hopefully man coverage also gets upgraded. It looks like it did. Man coverage somehow got 2 more than zone, but I don't know how, but alright. Those are the only upgrades, which is crazy. We do have a running back breakout part 2 ? So we'll see what that is. I think it's about Tracy, of course. Yep. I can feel that too. Make sure he's ready next game, and let's have him go out there and do it again. So Tracy looks to have probably another breakout next game, and so we'll see what comes of that. And then of course Joseph Grant is injured, so we will have our rookie right guard out for the next 4 weeks, which kind of infuriates me because, I mean, that is avoidable. I mean, all he does is block. But in his place, we will have John Runyon in the lineup, which isn't bad. Of course, he is the signing from the real life Giants. And that is the week. So we will the next week is the bye week, so we will see finally if we sign Micah McFadden Of course, like I said, he is kind of proving to earn the deal, and I'm pretty sure earlier in the season I said that he might get it, uh, depending, or he might get it at halfway through the season. As you guys can see, or actually those aren't even the updated standings. We'll go ahead and sim for those. I was gonna sim it next episode, but we might as well just do it now. So these are the standings for week 7. We are the first seed in the NFC. We are the only team from the NFC East, as the NFC East is performing very poorly. It looks like the NFC West is the division to be very close, along with the NFC North being the other division that is performing very well. I mean, pretty much. I was gonna say 3 teams are in, but it's actually just 2. Tracy still leads all running backs in the league with less carries than Najee Harris, but I mean, Brees Hall has 87 on 500 yards, which is crazy. But that is our only shining star in terms of the standings league wide. I wish Bobby Okereke was up there, but he is not. Regardless, though, with that said, I will see you guys in the next episode. We'll see what kind of moves we do. Of course, the trade deadline is week 9, not week 7. Our bye week did come early, but we will see what moves we make in terms of signings and maybe even trades. But I will see you guys in the next one against the Bills, and I'll catch you guys there. As always, thank you guys for watching.